But first, the Emmys were on last night. You know the Emmys, that glittering TV awards ceremony where Hollywood congratulates itself for being brave enough to say things everyone in Hollywood already believes. It's like a support group for narcissists broadcast live to the world. And the night's big moment? Hack star Hannah Einbinder winning Best Supporting Actress and then immediately using her thank you speech to audition for a role of Foreign Policy Advisor. Here's how she ended her acceptance speech.
I just want to say, finally, go Birds, and free Palestine. Thank you.
Now, I was shocked by that. Not what she said, but what she didn't say. Nothing at all about climate change. I mean, come on, Hannah, you had one job. If you're going to virtue signal, you've got to hit the full progressive checklist. She remembered climate change at the Critics' Choice Awards back in February.
Hey, everybody. Thank you to the critics. This is really exciting. Just like off the top of my head, I would say that we are on the brink of a really dark era of climate denial. And I just want to encourage everyone to fight for each other. This isn't super eloquent. I had the facts on my phone, but yeah, I just want to say that, and hopefully we can all use our voices on this issue because planet Earth will be fine. It's humanity that's in trouble. So thank you so much.
But last night, she was all about free Palestine, and her free Palestine moment was immediately picked up by the Quds News Network. Now, Quds News is run by Palestinians. It's basically a Hamas mouthpiece with a TikTok account. Naturally, they were thrilled that a Hollywood actress was parroting their talking points. And so they immediately broadcast her comments. But here's where the comedy kicks in. Quds News Network broadcast her comments, but they censored her shoulders. Apparently, they're fine with free Palestine, but not so much with free collarbones. Here's how she appeared on Quds News Network. I note they didn't censor her face. They must be moderates. But there in one image is all the absurdity of those who support Hamas-run Palestine. The very movement she spoke on behalf of thought so little of her, they censored her entire upper body. And by the way, what do you make of a culture where you can call for the destruction of Israel, but God forbid you flash an elbow? It's the kind of contradiction only Islamists can manage. Hollywood lectures the world about freedom while their new besties blur out their body parts like a bad episode of Cops. Hamas wanted the infidel's words, just not her body, which coincidentally is also how Hollywood treats actresses over the age of 35. If your Emmy speech is picked up by a terrorist-linked propaganda outlet, you'd have reason for pause, wouldn't you? But no, not in Hollywood. In Hollywood, a brave act is not standing up to Islamists who hate women almost as much as they hate Jews. No, in Hollywood, courage is standing up at an awards show to say inane things before an audience of people nodding harder than a bobblehead at a pothole. Einbinder, who happens to be Jewish, could have used her Emmy speech to call for, I don't know, the release of Jewish hostages. Instead, she chose to position herself against Israel itself and, in so doing, against Jews all over the world. It was a speech of ignorance, not of courage. Speaking of which, have a listen to the actress attempting to explain her comments when asked about them after the show.
I feel like it is my obligation as a Jewish person to distinguish Jews from the state of Israel because our religion and our culture is such an important and long-standing, basically like institution that is really separate to this sort of ethno-nationalist state.
Translation, she's like one of the good Jews, unlike the 95% who stubbornly refuse to separate their faith from the world's only Jewish homeland where, small detail, half the Jewish population actually live and have lived for thousands of years. This is a person who knows so little that she's ignorant even of her own lack of knowledge. Instead, she adopts a suicidal empathy. The movement she endorses censors her image while plotting the annihilation of her people. But hey, applause is applause, right? The woman just won an Emmy, only to have her win overshadowed by her own self-loathing. She wanted to be remembered as brave. Instead, she'll be remembered as Hamas's latest unpaid intern. If only she'd listened to Ricky Gervais when he hosted a similar awards show.
If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So...
You can't say wisdom hasn't been chasing these Hollywood stars. It's just that they're always running so fast away from it.